大家好，在第8课我们要学习怎么我们学习方向，and specifically we're going to learn something called a direction complement or a directional complement. These are very important, and we'll see them all the time in Chinese, but they're also very complicated. So this is going to be a long video. If you're not interested in watching the whole thing, skip around or skim it. But you must learn direction complements in another way because they are essential to using Chinese in a sophisticated way. Now, let's remember that we're also going to talk about the Dao plus place plus Lai tree structure. Now, remember that a complement, not like I'm complimenting somebody with an E, a complement with an E is a word or a phrase following a verb. Usually it's a verb that provides additional meaning to the verb phrase. We've learned things like descriptive complements. For example, how do you write? You write very well. You write very fast. 你写得很快. Right? That's an example of a descriptive complement because the complement, remember, which is after the verb. It's always complements are always after the verb. 写得很快. That complement describes how you're writing. So there are many different kinds of complements. A direction complement describes the direction of the verb. So this is usually a physical movement, or it's a abstract. It's like a pseudo-physical movement that kind of suggests direction. But here, in this lesson, we're going to talk about real physical movements, like I'm going inside somewhere, or I'm going back, or I'm leaving, or I'm going outside. So with these kinds of physical movements, we want to use direction complements to indicate the direction in which a person is moving. Now, we've talked about this previously in the terms of the direction complements lai and qu. So lai is a complement that you put after the verb to describe that you're going away from the speaker. And qu is a complement that describes you're going, lai describes that you're moving towards the speaker. You can translate it as here. And qu signifies movement away from the speaker. You can translate it as go. Coming and going. The important aspect that the direction complement is indicating is whether you're moving closer to or away from the speaker. So the important thing to consider is the position of the speaker. Let's look at some examples of these direction complements. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 verbs. The 4 verbs that we'll be concentrating on in this lesson. 下, 上, 出, and 进. If I add a lai after any of these verbs, it means I'm doing something towards the speaker. If I add a qu, it means I'm doing something away from the speaker. For example, if I say 下来, that means come down, right? Like you're upstairs, and I want you to come down, 下来, and then you come down toward me. Now, if I say if you and I are, for example, on the same floor, we're on the top floor of the Empire State Building, and I want you to go down to, take the elevator down to floor 1, I'll say 下去 because you're going down away from me. So that's how the verb plus the complement lai and qu work. Look at this. Let's look at the verb 出. 出 means to go out. somewhere. Right? So let's say I'm inside a classroom or a house, and I want to go out. That's 出. But it could be 出来 or 出去depending on the position of the speaker. Like if I'm telling you as a command, come out, I'm outside and you're inside, and 你出来了, you come toward me. If we're both inside, let's say the classroom, and I tell you to go outside, you're going away from me, and I would say 出去. And the same thing for 进, which is the exact opposite of 出, to go inside someplace or to enter. All right, so let's look at the specific direction complements. And these are all combinations of verb plus complements, because it's a complement always describes a verb. So it's a verb plus a direction complement. Let's look at some of the specific ones that are going to be using this level to give commands. Right? They're usually used when you're telling someone to do something, like go out, go away, or come here. So to say to go out away from me is 出去. 出去. 出 here means to exit. What's the opposite? How do I say, instead of saying go away from me, go out but toward me, come out, 出来. What if I want to say you're going back somewhere, like you're returning home, but you're returning home away from me? Like, we're in Spain and you're going back home. 回去, to go back. What if I'm at home and you're in Spain and you're coming back, and I'm telling you to come back home. Come back home fast. 回来, 快点回来. 回家来. To go in somewhere is 进, to enter. If I say to go in away from me, it's 进去. But if you're going to come in toward me, it's 进来. It's the same action. But the difference is the speaker who's saying this command is in a different place. Either you're inside or you're outside. Now, sometimes you want to add a place word, like where are you going? Like, well, you're going to return home, right? So you want to say 我回家. Now that is a verb object. Now you put the verb object usually between the verb and the direction complement, or the place. It usually goes between the verb and 来 or 去. So when I say 他回家来, that means he's coming home. I wouldn't. If I say 他回来家, that's usually wrong. Let's look at another example. Go into that classroom. So classroom here, this place, where are they going? It goes between the verb and the direction complements. 快进教室去. Verb 进, 去 direction complement, 教室 place. 快进教室去. And this person is, they're both outside. This person is going inside away from the speaker, so it's 去 direction complement. 好，我们的第二个语法点是到什么什么地方来 or the tree. We've actually learned this before in level 6. We're going to review it now. 到 means to, it's a verb. To go somewhere, to arrive at a certain place. And then 来 is a direction complement. And tree is a direction complement. Which one do you use depends on the position of the speaker. And the location, the place you're going, goes between the verb and the direction complement. So if I want to say, I would say, 到 can also be characterized as a. So this whole phrase could be characterized as a so-called compound directional complement, and then so you could actually even put a verb in front. Like say, I'm going to walk to the office. 我走到办公室去. But let's not worry about that too much right now. Let's just use this as kind of a direction command. Come to the office. 到办公室来, right? You're coming here to the office where I am. If I want to say, go to Leo's house. Go away from me to Leo's house. 到 Leo 家去. And then so here 到 then would act as a verb itself. Either to
到什么什么地方 去 to go there to a place or 到什么什么来 to come here to a place. Okay, let's look at an example. 进来 come in 欢迎到我家来玩 Welcome to come to my my house to play. Let's look at another example. 到办公室去 go there to my office or 到办公室来 come here to my office. All right, and those are different ways to talk about directions. So let's review. First, we have these so-called direction complements with 来 and 去, such as 下来下去上来上去出来出去进来进去 also 回来 and 回去 We could also expand this a little bit by using the structure 到 place 来去 For example 到办公室去 and 到办公室来 Okay and 这是我们今天的生词和语法谢谢大家的收听